Hey guys, and welcome back to Warframe. I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Prisma Angstrum that Baro brought today for PC. Compared to the normal Angstrum, it has 5% more crit chance, faster fire rate, or charge rate rather, and then a faster reload speed, but the same in everything else, including the damage, which is unfortunate because while the weapon appears to be powerful, against armored enemies, they really resist most of the damage that this thing pushes out, so I had a hard time building it. And while the 10% crit chance at base is good enough to build a crit build with 23, this isn't max, obviously, my Prime Pistol Gambit, but I have 25% crit chance, and when it does crit, it does 4 times damage. And then I built it for radiation, and then I left the slot blank because I had no spots left. The radiation damage is to help the crits actually go through alloy armor, like this napalm, and it usually takes 16 or 17 rockets to the face to be able to kill them, which is not very good. It takes about twice as much for this heavy gunner because, like I said, their ferrite armor has no bonuses versus the blast or the radiation damage. It's a fine weapon, but I've never liked the Angstrum weapons myself. So as you can see here, it's just 57 damage on that explosion. If I manage to get a headshot, it's 100 damage, 600 damage if I get a direct headshot. And now I'm out of ammo. So after many tests, I found that while the crit chance can be modded for, it doesn't seem to be viable in the long run, and the weapon still felt sluggish because they didn't do anything about that compared to the other weapon. So of course, the heavy gunner in the background is shooting. And I sort of got distracted there because the heavy gunner was still alive that I was shooting from before. But I have quick draw for faster reload speed. Hydraulic crosshairs to sort of take care of the critical chance when I get a headshot, which helps slightly. And steady hands to minimize the recoil. Despite the fact that this is cold and blast, this is actually for infested, and I'll show why. Cold damage will actually not have any bonuses against the infested, but the blast will. And once I get a headshot, I will crit every so often in this group. And as long as I try to aim for the head as much as possible, I should deal decent damage. But as you can see, I've just used half of my ammo to kill 5 or 6 enemies. It is pretty good still, despite the cold damage, and that cold damage helped too, because the blast will knock them down, and then the cold damage will extend the knockdown, plus infested often bunch together, which is also a good benefit of explosive weapons. But of course, you can kill yourself, and I just froze myself, which is kind of cool, I guess. So yeah, it's a self-damage explosive weapon, slightly better than the original, but it still has all of the problems of the original, which is why I still don't like the weapon. Unfortunately, I recommend that if DE would actually want to buff this weapon, give it 2 more rounds in the magazine and double the status chance, and it would be a pretty good weapon, pretty solid for heavy armor because of the armor stripping that it would provide. So yeah, thanks for watching.